Alright, how's it going tonight? Finally got all the stuff ready to make these damn boilers. This was a bunch of tungsten. And burning boxes. Are gonna be like this. These are dense copper plates and quintuple tungsten plates. And I need a wrench, not a hammer. Alright, I'm going with the tungsten burning boxes because they're 95% efficient, where the tungsten steel are 90. So they're a little bit more efficient with a little bit more cost to them, basically, on the tungsten side. So I think what I'm gonna do, I was thinking about this earlier, is I'm gonna build this kind of down here. So I'm gonna have to start from the top and work my way down to know that I'm putting it all in here, right? So first thing I need is the electrolyzer, and then the battery box. This is an HV electrolyzer, HV battery box. I went ahead and pre-made the HV battery, which is in my inventory. Now this should auto input right to this, which it does. Alright, so if we put that there, that there, let's take a little more of this out of here so we got some room. Alright, let's go get the dynamo and the engine. And check this out here. Now the dynamo is going to go next. I think I'm going to put it here, facing that way. And then I want the pipe, which I haven't even looked at pipes yet. Hoping those in-bars that I have will work. Alright, so this actually needs to be on the opposite side of the power. So I don't want it sticking out over there. So maybe we'll do it this way. Do kind of a stack thing here. Because I got this big catacomb area under here already. I just need to build a way to get up and down. Alright, so that'll go there, facing that way. You're supposed to be able to put power in any side of these, but they look kind of funky when they go to the side. So we're going to use the bottom because it looks better. Alright, so we'll put these in here like that and give ourselves a little more room here. I'm going to have to get distilled water down here, which really isn't a problem because I have distilled water coming pretty close to this room. There's distilled water up in the ceiling. I'll take you up here. It's really a mess. So all my different pipes and stuff I kind of hide up here that I can. I guess while I'm up here I'll show you this little setup I have here. This is my filtering system for the stuff that I set up yesterday, the Aqua Regia setup. Basically everything comes through this pipe here. There's a filter here that only allows the chloroplatinic acid in, and that goes down to that tank. This one only allows the nitrogen monoxide, so it'll go down to that one. And then this one is water, and because I don't need a lot of water, I'm actually voiding it with a Buildcraft void pipe. Which will bring you around this side. Gotta take some more of the sealing out here. And there's a void pipe for the water. And this is my distilled water pipe here. So I can just extend that over to, say, here somewhere. Hide it in this wall, send it straight down. That won't be an issue. So let's go back down real quick. I'm not going to completely run this, I don't think, right now. If I do, I'll probably do just bucket in some water or something. So let's look at these boilers. And they put out 1,024 steam per tick. So we're going to have 2,048. So let's go check these in-bar pipes that I got and see if they're going to be able to do that much. I got these big ones here. So they're not going to be big enough for the two. They would be big enough for one if I connected one to each side. But I'll show you what I was talking about here, about how kind of goofy they look. So if I put this one here and connect it up there, it gets kind of small there. But if I connect this one up to here, it gets that little bitty thing, and that just looks funny. But that should basically work by all estimations. But let's see, pipe. Uh, 1,200 for aluminum as well. In-bar huge is 2,400. So those are only large, so I need huge. So I need double in-bar plates to make the huge. So I think that's what I'm going to do. The aluminum isn't near enough. Let's see. 2,400 for steel. Galvanized is 3,000. Stainless is 3,000. Titanium is 36. Tungsten will be 42 and 48. So I could get away with that. But I don't like the causes damage when touched while active. And the Invar doesn't have that. So that's why I want to use the Invar. Bedrock alloy doesn't either, but we don't have that. Same with the adamantium. So I think I'm going to make the huge, then I can just connect them this way and up through the bottom. But that should, by all accounts, work. This setup I did here is not going to work. I have to keep changing this. This is not enough to power both of these. I've been doing a lot, and I've gotten this much refined, but it has to make a whole lot of this hydrochloric acid. But the good thing about that is I have tons of sodium persulfite. So if you look here, you can use it in a bath with like crushed iron, give you extra nickel. Pentatonic will give you extra cobalt. Cobalite give you extra cobalt. You know, just about anything that gives you cobalt, nickel, or zinc as a byproduct, you can throw in here and then get a full dust out of it. Like nickelite will give you copper, malachite will give you copper, and if you actually wash this, you would get, there it is. You would get a 25% chance times 3 of getting copper. You get a tiny purified brown limonite chance, and then also calcite. So malachite to me would be a good choice to run through, because typically you're running that because you want copper. So this way you negate the calcite and the brown limonite and just get the copper out. So then you could take this and do your regular other stuff with it, like running it through a bath, which would give you even more copper. So malachite itself might be pretty crappy for the amount of copper you get, but running it through 2 different baths, one with sulfuric acid and one with the sodium persulfite, will give you more copper from it. And let's see, you got sheldonite for nickel, you got electrotine, nickelite, all of those for copper. Regular copper give you copper as well. But if I remember correctly, you can also bathe copper in mercury. Yeah, and that'll give you gold. So I haven't got that set up yet, but I'm actually working with Crazy. We've been working on it slowly, getting a chart made up. It's a Google document basically that's going to give you the different options and the different things that you get from doing different things in different ways, whether it's sluicing it, bathing it, crushing it, and then centrifuging it, electrolyzing it, all those different things for most of the different minerals will be in there, all your different ores and stuff. So when I get that done, she's actually doing the typing. I'm just doing the reading it off, telling her what goes where, basically. I am terrible at typing, so I'm letting her take care of the typing part. But as soon as we get that done, I will put it on my drive that I put my mod packs on and put a download in. It's going to probably take a little while to get done because we're not that quick at it. Yeah, this is a double wall here. I remember he made this double thick, so I can just put these right here, and it'll look a little weird for them couple blocks, but that's it. Alright, let's see if we can get one more in there. Figure I might as well start piping this up, because I'd really like to be able to run it at least once. Now I'm gonna have to set up a second one of these electrolyzers. The HV ones, for the other things that I need to do. There we go. With an HV electrolyzer, because this is just going to be for this one fluid. And basically each one of these Vitriol fluids are going to have their own electrolyzer set up, basically, to do them. So I will eventually have one of these under just about every one of these tanks. You know what? Let's just go right through here. Keep it from being in the main room here. And you might notice I have a little bit of lag. And I think it's from the things I set up downstairs. I put 4 more coke ovens in, and I think they might be causing the lag. I'm not sure if it's the coke ovens themselves or if it is the Buildcraft gates are running constantly, because I have it set to do if there's fluid in the tank. Alright, almost there. About one more set should do it. And I think it's checking the pipe as an inventory instead of a pipe. So they're just constantly sitting there running. And I have, let's see, 10, 16 of them down there now. There's 15 hooked up for charcoal and 1 for yeah, coal coke, something like that. I'll show you in a minute when I get this done. Now, I'm just hoping that this is going to be enough bandwidth through this pipe to keep them full of water. I'll let that get filling. Go check my distilled water supply over here. I haven't been running my ethanol for a while, so probably getting a bit low, and I definitely am. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a return system on here, but instead of returning it all the way up, I'm just going to have it return into that pipe. Because I am not quite sure if this is going to be enough. Let's pop this out of here. Probably ought to put a couple torches in here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these huge pipes, connect it there, and connect that there, and that'll help to get the water back into here. Alright, so let's go grab a little charcoal. Try this out real quick. 32 should be enough to get them up to speed. See if we can start getting some power in here. This is going to put out oxygen, aluminum, and sulfur. So I have to put a box here, which I do believe I have some in my bag. Let's see here, yep. And that's probably not going to be able, yeah. That's what I was afraid of. So I'm going to have to get a pipe for that, which kind of stinks because I really don't want. I'm trying to think for a second. In case you guys don't know, I don't really think too far ahead other than building the machines on how I'm actually going to do this stuff. I feel it's more fun to screw around a little bit, let you guys see how I work this shit out in my head. As I know there's a lot of people, XAR is one of them. He plans everything out before he builds it, has it all figured out on paper, typically on how he wants to do it, which for some people is a good way of doing it, but for me, I find it more enjoyable just to kind of wing it and see what happens. And there we go. So, kick the tires, light the fires. Let's see what this do. Now, just for testing purposes, just to make sure, let's turn this way. Now we're gaining power, or pressure. That is good. That means that we've got plenty of water in them. So the steam is being made. Now, I probably could have got away with making just one of these, or even smaller ones, and putting a press button circuit on here. and check the battery, see when it's full, and then, you know, hit the button to turn it on, to turn it off, things like that. But I've got the automatic one on there, so once I get these up and going, they should be putting out enough power to keep up with this, so the automatic should be good. But I want to put just enough power in here to get a little bit of a buffer in that battery before I start it. And I definitely am going to put a Gibble setup on this. Just a matter of figuring out which one it is, getting the Gibble things made, and holy shit, it takes half a stack of charcoal just to get those bad boys up to steam. Holy shit. So, yeah, that's going to take a lot of charcoal. Good thing I expanded my coke ovens already, huh? I'm definitely going to need more charcoal. I'm actually thinking about going out and hitting some more coal reserves and processing some more coal. So this thing should be turning on. And see, we're already starting to overheat on this one. Let's do this. See if we can send a little bit more into that one. There we go. We got power. We're going up quickly. So let's do that. Power staying steady, which is good. And it's running its recipe, but it's really, really slow. Alright, let's keep an eye on this, make sure it doesn't overheat. Expensive as these are, I do not want to blow them up. This is not going to be something that runs without a Gibble meter set up on it, or me standing here basically babysitting it, because I do not want this to blow up. Alright, so Electrolyzer puts its fluid out the side, so we'll have oxygen coming out here, which I will basically just run straight up the wall, probably on the back side here. And that's going to go over to this big ass tank here. And then that'll get kicked back out to my roaster to make more of this, which is the sulfuric dioxide. Alright, so it looks like letting them pipe share, it's not going up anymore. And my game froze a second. There we go. We're still staying steady. And we've ran our first bunch through. So let's go grab a tank for the moment. I'll get the rest of this set up with piping it and everything off camera later. And so there's my first oxygen and sulfur. And the sulfur is basically just going to get used for torches. I have plenty of stuff to make this stuff. So I'm probably not going to have to do this. I'll just use it for torches. But if I ever do need it, I'll have that as well. And so this is finally going down. I love it. So this should have kicked on over here. Yeah, looked like it did. So we got more hydrogen in there. And I actually took the hydrogen and had to move it over here to catch everything from the sodium persulfite. So let's put this back. I haven't got this piped up yet either because I was waiting on this to get done for more aluminum pipes. So now that I got that done, I can get that taken care of. This is going to make me even more aluminum, which is going to make me even more of that vitriol clay, which will get me even more aluminum. So I'm just going to be swimming in aluminum once I get this to stay running for a little bit. And tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have all this stuff plumbed up and I can show you everything working properly for both setups. I'll take you down here to show you what I was talking about with my coke ovens and be done for the night. I was supposed to do some GT5 streaming tonight, but had some car work that had to get done, so I was a little late getting this video done. So if I stream, it'll be right after I get done recording, and it won't be very long, but I seriously doubt I will. But anyways, this is what I got. This pipe here is going to be running the creosote into the base. I haven't got it all the way in yet. I'm just following this line that Junior made for the charcoal to go in. I still haven't run the second side of the charcoal, which needs to come over here. So this side isn't hooked up yet. They're just placed. I also got to make the electrum pipes to run over and down that line so it can feed all of these with wood. Also, in one of the live streams, I made these, so I now have 3 mass storages for my saplings, my sand, my apples, and then the one I've always had for the wood. And you can see I've got 33,000 wood sitting there. That doesn't count for all of these that I have as well. So that's why I said I might as well put in another row of these and make even more charcoal, because for a little while I'd like to stay on charcoal power. I do want to redesign the way I have this, because these will auto output from the bottom. I fell out. I want to put the I want to put them up here, so they basically come out of the farm and go into the mass storages and then only the wood one will get set down this line instead of everything getting set down this line. And then this is the overflow for anything that isn't needed, and that'll still be there, getting all kinds of different pollens that I really don't need. Take this on in with me. Alright, so that's how I'm setting up my electrolyzer for the Vitriol clay. Now, Vitriol clay is the hardest one. It needs the most power. The other ones are going to be like medium voltage. There might even be a few that are low voltage, but I don't think so. But you got red, which I do believe we have, which is 96. So that's medium voltage. Martian, which is iron, which is 272, but I haven't seen anything that makes this yet. Oh, yeah. That's squeezing these Martian twigs and things, so yeah, I'm not going to have that one, because those don't exist yet. Black, which is also iron, which is only 32. That again is from squeezing stuff that doesn't exist. Let's see, cyan, which is nickel, is only 96. Gray, which is manganese, which I probably won't be getting, which is only 96. That's from spessartine in a bath. Manganese, which doesn't exist. Hubnerite, I haven't found any of that yet. Scheelite, I might run that through when I find some. Spessartine again. But if I remember correctly, spessartine, if you wash it, will give you manganese. So I will probably just wash it. I don't think I would go through the vitriol for that. But, you know, most of them are that 96, so most of them will go through medium voltage, so they're not going to take anything near as robust as what I have set up here. I'm definitely going to have to put a feeding thing on here to feed this thing charcoal. Like I said, I'm going to put in a better way of getting into it. And you know what? Let's go ahead and put this back here. And in case y'all didn't know it, I want to show you this real quick. If you want to hide your pipes, nice cheap way of doing it. Paper. There you go. And paper can be made really easily in a bath with water. I'm actually going to be setting it back up over here, but I got this here. There's water in there already, so I can just throw this in here and that'll kick out the paper. So I could automate that to go ahead and go over there, but I don't need that much paper made. I do like using it for this to kind of hide pipes, makes it look a little bit better. You know, I can close all that up, and then I can also put, you know, something else in here if I wanted to, just to make it full white, but I think that looks a lot better. That's what I actually did over here, if you look at all these pipes and cables, they're all covered. They're just covered with paper. I think this one here has canvas on it. That's why it looks a little bit different, because I had canvas instead of pipe. Forgot I set this back up, my laser table. I haven't gotten a battery box made for it, so I'm using a bat box at the moment. Bat box to me is actually a little bit better because I can turn it off. I haven't tried. There's a redstone sensor or controller. I haven't tried it on it yet to know if it works or not. I'm probably going to make one and try it. It's this one right here, redstone machine switch, auto redstone machine switch, which this is the one I'll probably try. Good circuit, lever, copper cable, and the blank cover. I'm going to try it on this and see if it'll work. Actually, give me this. This should tell me if it'll work. Oh, can't put covers on it. So I should be able to put it on the bat box though. Like if I put, I'm trying to think of what I got I can do. You know what? I know exactly what I can do. Let me do this. This has an auto machine cover on it, so it'll auto do its job. If I turn this way, it's pulling power real bad. Can I? Nope, it's trying to activate. You can put it on, but you can't use it. Son of a gun. I was hoping it would work, that I could just turn the battery box off with it, but no, that definitely does not allow it to work. So I might just leave that as a battery box. That way I can use that, not output power when there's a redstone signal going to it. That way I can turn it on and off. That's what the lever's for there. But I've been making more gates. That's what I've been working on with it. I'm going to try to make some pumps and try to change them out, see if it takes care of my lag a bit. Because if you look, I'm down below 30 every now and then, which I don't really like. If I look over that way, it tends to drop a lot worse. And if I look over this way, it usually goes up a little bit better. And that's fluctuating pretty bad. Them damn slimes are back. Shadow came and killed them for me. I need to go down there with some slabs and slab it off. Or just take some cobblestone down and fill it back in. Something, because them slimes drive me crazy. Which is kind of funny, because if you watch my other videos where I'm doing the or stream where I'm building my test world with the guys and crazy, I live in a swamp, so I have slimes there, and then this one I have slimes here as well. So everywhere I live, I got freaking slimes bouncing around, driving me crazy. But anyways, like I said, I've had a pretty long evening. I'm gonna relax a bit. Probably not gonna do GT5 tonight. I will do my absolute best to get it done tomorrow. because I need to get that machine done that I've been trying to do for the last few streams. And I will be back with you guys here tomorrow as usual. Hopefully with a little bit better setup down there. And the charcoal thing's running. I can show you what I ended up doing with that. Hopefully. And anyways, have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.